Thank you everybody so much for coming this evening. It is so lovely to be back in front of you and talking about travel.
Yes.
It's been far too long. We are thrilled to be here this evening. I'm Cassandra from Inspiring Vacations, and I have with us the expert on expedition cruising, Dennis.
Hi.
From Hurtigruten. We are really happy to be able to show you through what expedition cruising is. It's certainly what Hurtigruten have to offer for you for your next adventure. We are going to talk through a couple of destinations tonight: Antarctica, Norway, Alaska, Iceland, and of course the Galapagos Islands, which is a very exciting new itinerary as well. But let's get started, I think, Dennis, and we'll just open with a quick video.
I really don't know how to explain it. It was an absolute dream moment for me. It was the most amazing holiday we've ever had.
The inclusions probably was one of the primary deciding factors for us.
The wildlife there was incredible, and it's something that you don't really expect to see.
The customer service team I found at Inspiring Vacations, second to none. They are warm, welcoming, accommodating, and understand what I want out of travel.
So, Dennis, if you could, I would really love for you to share with everybody here tonight who Hurtigruten actually are.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. Wonderful to be here. This is my first event in over 2 years, so thank you for the opportunity. It's been great. So Hurtigruten is an exploration company. We are the world leader in sustainable travel to the polar and warm water regions. So if you've done any research or heard about us prior, you may be very familiar that we travel to Antarctica, Iceland, Greenland, a lot of the more cooler areas, I guess, of the globe. But we have ventured into some of the warm water regions over the last few years. So we'll tap on into a little bit of that tonight as well. So we are celebrating our 129th year this year. So next year will be our anniversary, 130 years, and we'll talk about that a little bit later as well, about the exciting things that are happening. Celebrity chefs and lots of revamping of our onboard menus. So that will be very exciting. But from Hurtigruten's point of view, we offer unique, authentic, safe, active and immersive small ship expedition experiences.
Yeah.
We ask our guests to connect with their inner explorer and explore in a way that leaves the smallest environmental footprint. And we will talk about sustainability and our ambitions and goals there as we go on through tonight.
Yeah, definitely. That's very cool. Gosh, 130 years next year. That's
Yes.
an exceptional history.
Sure.
But let's talk about the beginning of Hurtigruten, because it's actually a really great story.
Yes, it is, definitely. So I guess, yeah, as I said, we're celebrating 130 years next year. In the late 19th century, the 780-mile coastline from Bergen to Kirkenes was a very busy route. Transportation of goods and people was happening in all sorts of vessels, and I guess the service was really unreliable. There was not a huge amount of lighthouses. A lot of the vessels couldn't operate in lots of the weather conditions that happen in Norway, obviously. But a gentleman decided to set up and form a new company, and his name was Richard With. And with his vessel that was built, the Vesteralen, he offered weekly departures from Bergen to Kirkenes, and was doing those in 7 days. So, and he actually called that Hurtigruten, which means the fast route.
Yeah.
So, as you can imagine, the product changed pretty much overnight from then. So that's kind of where we started, and so taking us back all that way. I guess then, venture quite a few years ahead. In 2002, we ventured into Antarctica for the first time, and then in 2007 into Greenland. And then in 2019, we introduced the world's first hybrid battery-powered vessels, which we'll talk about a bit later tonight as well. So a lot has happened over the last 100 odd years, which we'll delve into a little bit tonight as well.
Awesome. So there are a lot of ships in the sea, excuse
Yes.
my pun.
Yes, yes.
And I guess there's a few that, you know, are in the exploration space.
Yes.
But I really think it's important to be able to share what makes Hurtigruten so unique.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess ever since pioneering expedition sailing with our first departures, so this was from Norway to Svalbard in 1896, so just 3 years after the coastal voyage, we have continued to pioneer in this space. We have become the world leader in sustainable small ship exploration travel. And I guess, you know, our motto and what we try and get across is it's true exploration for the modern day explorer. So as we can see everyone in the room tonight, you look like you're up for the challenge. And, you know, a lot of the places we're going to, these are once in a lifetime experiences, really untouched scenery and wilderness. And this is really at the core of everything we do. We focus on active exploration and, you know, respecting traditions, protecting habitats is really, you know, our focus. And on board, it's a different experience to maybe what you're used to. So we promote a premium comfort and with modern interiors inspired by Scandinavian chic, but very much a more relaxed, informal atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely. You know, one of the points that comes up regularly for Hurtigruten is about sustainability.
Yes.
And how important that is. And especially you mentioned the new ships from 2019, I
Yes.
think it was.
Yeah.
Maybe if we could, you know, delve into that a little bit further, how you really came to wanting to be, you know, the first ships that were sustainable in its entirety as much as they can be.
Yeah, definitely. That's great. So I guess over the last few years, lots of companies are all, you know, putting on their sustainability hats. But I guess for us, we're really proud that nearly 4 years ago, we were the first cruise ship operator in the world to ban single-use plastic. So that's very exciting. So you will not find any of that on board, which is great. We actively advocate a ban on toxic heavy fuel oil use in all of the Arctic waters that we sail. And then, as I said, in 2019 we launched the world's first hybrid powered ships, which is exciting. So we feel we're leading the way in this space, and our sustainability ambitions are linked to the UN's sustainability goals, and this is on board and off board for us. So a real focus for our organisation.
Just so important. I mean, you look at these beautiful images like behind us here of Antarctica, and you can't imagine why you would not want to see that in its most pristine condition, and certainly for now, but also for future generations as well. So thank you for doing your part, really, Hurtigruten.
Thank you.
I think it's probably a good time then. We've spoken about sustainability and history, and you touched on the ships, you touched on the premium comfort, but I think we need to see that.
Yes, I
So
agree.
let's have a look at this walkthrough video. I really like it.
Yeah, this one's it's a 8-minute video, so it's a little bit longer, but it actually will give you a really good feel for the onboard experience. So this is one of our brand new vessels, and we're covering off everything on board. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your wine, and we're in this beautiful cinema, so relax.
Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Helga Christiansen and I'm an expedition leader. Right now, I'm standing on deck on our newest expedition ship, MS Fridtjof Nansen. And I'll take you on a tour on this fantastic expedition ship. So I guess we'll start where you check in after coming on board.
Ta-da! And here I am in the reception area. Magical, this movie-making business, huh?
Right here, you'll find our serviceable reception crew. The reception is open 24/7, so if you need anything at all, these nice people are ready to help you. And right here behind me, you find the onboard shop. This is where you can buy everything from suitable and natural fiber clothes that suits our expedition cruises to souvenirs and personal effects. When you arrive, you'll get a wind and water resistant expedition jacket. That's yours to keep. You also get an aluminum water bottle, and you find refill tanks with fresh and cold water all over the ship. By giving everyone their own bottle, we minimize the use of plastic, something you will hear more about later. There's also a full-height LED screen. Measuring 17.5 meters tall and 6.5 meters wide, this LED screen is an impressive sight. The cutting-edge technology provides a resolution beyond 4K Ultra HD, with perfect seamless and borderless display.
After you have embarked, you usually go straight to your cabin.
to unpack and settle in. So why don't we have a look at the cabins, shall we? All cabins on board are outside cabins, and they are decorated with modern Scandinavian design and natural materials. Some of our suites and bigger cabins have private balconies, and some even have hot tubs. Let's start with the polar outside cabins. These are super comfortable and cozy cabins. They're situated on deck 4 and 5. All of them have windows, chairs, a table, TV, bathroom with shower, and a very, very comfortable double bed.
In the showers you'll see wall-mounted bottles with soap, shampoo and conditioner. They are there because we have a fleet-wide ban on single-use plastic. All over the ship you'll see that we have done loads of measurements like these. But trust me, the content in these bottles are made of pure natural ingredients. The brand is called Arctic Pure.
This is our Arctic Superior cabin. As you can see, they are very nice. They are situated on deck 4, 5, 7 and 8. Most of them have a private balcony. They also have chairs, windows, TV and a bathroom. You'll also find a kettle for making tea and coffee. All of them have double beds, and some have an extra sofa bed to accommodate up to 4 persons. We have a green stay option for our guests, where you simply hang a tag on your door. This means you'll use the same towel and bed sheets as the night before. This has a direct positive impact on energy, water and the use of detergent. Our expedition suites are extremely nice. They are situated on deck 7 through deck 9. They have large windows, lots of space and sitting areas, TV, bathrooms and double beds. Most of them have balconies, and the corner suites that do have a balcony also have their own hot tub. Talk about comfort. You'll get your own bathrobe. There's a minibar, kettle for tea and coffee, and even an espresso maker.
All this talk about cabins made me hungry. I think we should move on to the food and the restaurant next.
There are 3 restaurants on board, an explorer bar and a pool bar. Let's start with the main restaurant, Aune. Here you will get breakfast, lunch and dinner. Our chefs prepare wonderful breakfast and are ready to cook your eggs to order, flip an omelette and offer you freshly baked buns and bread. For lunch and dinner, you'll enjoy 3 to 5 course dinners.
This is restaurant Fredheim.
Here you can meet and share experiences while enjoying some really good food throughout the day. The chefs make everything from cheeseburgers to sandwiches, and they serve pastry and great coffee. Lindström is our fine dining a la carte restaurant. This is where you can treat your taste buds with a rotating menu of modern dishes that are inspired by the regions we explore, elegantly served and presented by our experienced staff. The wine list and service standards are impeccable. Dining at Lindström is included for suite guests and optional for all other guests. I have to add that we offer full menus of vegan and vegetarian meals, as well as a range of new and exciting plant-based alternatives. The Explorer Lounge and Bar is situated on deck 10. Here you can get a wide selection of beverages from non-alcoholic to drinks, beer, wine, liquors. This is the perfect place to enjoy a snack and a drink with a spectacular view to the landscape.
We also have a nice pool bar outside on deck 10. So that was food and beverage options. How about we talk about some brain food next? So, here I am in the Science Center.
This is the heart of the ship's scientific and educational activity. This is where you join the expedition team for interesting lectures, activities, citizen science projects and photo courses. This is the wet area and sample area, where we prepare and present samples. And this is our laboratory with state-of-the-art microscope. In this activity room we host a variety of group activities. And this is our lecture hall, nice huh? Here you can participate in in-depth lectures about history, wildlife, earth science, culture and destination-specific themes. We believe by having this onboard science program, we create environmental ambassadors amongst you, our guests. On every voyage, you can participate in lectures to learn more about topics ranging from climate change and ocean plastic to eco-efficiency measures you can take on board and when you return home. You can also make significant contributions to climate and environmental science by getting involved in our citizen science project.
Outside the Science Center, we have our observation deck.
Here you can join guided talks and observations. Because we often go to polar area where it's a bit chilly sometimes, we have an indoor observation deck. And then, up here, there is an outdoor observation deck as well. And this is our expedition launch. This is your gateway whenever you go off the ship with the expedition team to explore the surrounding coastline and landscape up close. Instead of complicated top-deck deployment, we onboard from a mid-level deck for better, safer and smoother deployment. Our sturdy explorer boats, kayaks and stand-up paddleboards are stored here, ready for adventure.
Let's move on to physical wellness.
There are several places to work out on board. Firstly, this is the inside training room. Here you find high-quality training equipment like rowing machines, treadmills, spinning bicycles, free weights, kettlebells and of course yoga mats. We also have a 150-meter running track on deck, where you can jog and enjoy the view. The outdoor gym is where you can train using your own body weight as a tool. In warmer waters, we offer yoga on deck as well.
And then we have the wellness center and spa.
This is where you can enjoy a variety of luxurious spa treatments, ranging from scrubs and facials to massages and manicure and pedicure.
And here in the sauna, there are panoramic windows. Nothing is better than feeling my muscles relaxing from the heat while enjoying the views. To top it all, this is our pool deck. Here you can take a swim in the heated infinity pool or relax in one of the 2 hot tubs. A fun fact is that these pools are warmed with recovered heat from the engines. Yes, these hybrid ships are more than just design and super comfortable. Going to some of the most pristine and beautiful places on Earth, they are made with sustainability in mind.
I loved seeing that walkthrough video. I think you'll all agree. It was nice to see the different cabin types. And of course, just to let you all know that with Inspiring Vacations, those polar outside cabins are what is included in our packages automatically, which is really awesome. And of course, there is always opportunity to upgrade if you want to go with that huge suite with the corner spa. I mean, why not? You can do that. So we can look at those upgrades as well. But that was awesome. What beautiful comfort and what great facilities on board.
Exactly, yeah. I think that was, it's a long video, but certainly a great one that explains really the product well, and it's hard to portray that in a presentation like this, but I think seeing it firsthand is really wonderful. So thank you for bearing with us there.
Agreed. Destinations though, because we go on these ships to be explorers, because that is, you know, what Hurtigruten's all about. One of the most popular destinations that you do, and you've been doing since 2002, is Antarctica.
Yes, so we are very well known for Antarctica and definitely the polar region, so your Iceland, Greenland, etc. But important to know that we do travel through South America, North America. We actually have a vessel based in Dover in the UK that does the British Isles and Europe for us. And then earlier this year we launched Galapagos, so that's one of our brand new destinations for this year. And we also have released a West Africa program. So you'll see on the map that we are venturing into more of the warm water regions as well. We do some cruising now through to the Caribbean, and lots of exciting destinations coming up as well. So we like to say we're now the experts in the polar and warm water regions.
Yes.
So.
And polars, well, the poles, both poles being really the true and tested exploration destinations. We have a really great video here on Antarctica. I think we should play that next. So we know it's cold, but there is so much, it's awe-inspiring, so much to see and do.
Beautiful scenery, the wildlife is amazing. So
let's have a look at that.
Yeah.
video was brilliant. I feel completely transported
A
and cold.
little bit chilly.
I love this slide that you've got up here though, because it talks about Antarctica and when to go.
Yes, exactly. We get lots of questions, as will the team, Inspiring Vacation, about when is the best time to travel. So I guess overall that kind of October into November through to kind of March, April, and even into May. But as you can see by the slide here, some of the best times to travel and the good times to travel is certainly can be dictated about what you want to see. So the wildlife is amazing. So you can see here the penguins and chicks, the best time to see is January through February. The whales through February and March. And obviously some of the warmer periods through that November to February. So that'll just give you an idea of when to go, but pretty much, yeah, I guess that October through to kind of April every year is really a great time to travel.
Yeah, absolutely.
And definitely be packing your winter woolies for these trips. So.
Well, absolutely. It looked a little bit cold, but
Yeah.
I mean, I want to go and see the seal pups, so
Yes.
I can now see that I need to get there in December, January. So
Yes,
done.
Done.
Perfect.
Easy.
Love
That's right.
that. We saw on the video a lot of different activities,
Yes.
which was really cool. And I really wanted to have just a quick speak about the zodiacs. We saw on the video how easy it is
Yes.
for people to get on and off those,
That's right.
and that's got to be essential.
100% essential. So a lot of our clients very able-bodied, like everyone in the room tonight, and look very active, but not everybody is, but they still want to tick these really bucket list destinations off their list. And so we've made it very easy. The Zodiac's on a lower level that's very easy to depart from the ship and back. So you can be as active or inactive as you want to be really on board. So lots of activities, as you can see by the slide here. So doing lots of landings, option to do kayaking, hiking, small boat cruising, which is our Zodiacs, snowshoeing, which I haven't done, but
That'd be
that
fun.
looks really fun. And then obviously the option to camp overnight as well, which
Looks cold.
looks really cold, but these are once in a lifetime
This is true.
opportunities. So,
This is true.
we have to remember that, and a lot of places in the world do not offer all of this in one destination, where certainly Antarctica does. So, yeah, as I said, can be as active or inactive as you want to be, but there's lots of choice with activities to do, which is wonderful.
Brilliant. Well, let's have a look at these packages here now. There we go. So as you can see, the first package here is actually a 14-day itinerary, so 2 weeks away, which I think is a really good amount of time. 14 days, but on board you're actually there for 10 nights.
Yes.
So the experience that we've been speaking about with exploration cruising, you're on board for 10 nights there. On this itinerary, we include everything as per discussed with the landings, meals, etc. But we also include the 3 nights accommodation in Buenos Aires and transfers just before you launch and go down to Ushuaia and then launch from there across the Drake Passage,
Exactly.
of course, which, some love and some don't, and that's fine too.
It's an experience.
Well, they say it's an experience, and that it is. The offer.
Yes, this is a fantastic offer, and only available through Inspiring Vacations.
Absolutely. 10,999 for the 2-week experience. You can then add, exclusive to us and to this event, your flights from the east coast of Australia, Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, through to meet up with the start of this itinerary in Buenos Aires for 999 per person, 999 per person.
Amazing.
Bargain.
Yep.
Return flights including taxes. We also, because you need another deal, right, have onboard credit thanks to Hurtigruten, which is $450 a cabin?
Yeah, $450 per cabin, $225 per person, and that's, all sorts of things you can spend that on. It's a wonderful gift shop, as you saw in the video. You can spend that on some activities, a nice bottle of wine over dinner, whatever you like. So
I like it.
lots of choices there. So the onboard credit, the fantastic air deal, and that price is really unbeatable, which is amazing. So
It's very
Very
exciting, makes it very achievable to do this bucket list destination. And this one, of course, is November 22, availability through to March 23. If you want to go for a little bit longer, we do have the 20-day. Now, this particular one is still the full inclusions that we've mentioned previously, but you're actually on board for 16 nights, which is incredible. So all the inclusions, as mentioned there before, including the 3 nights in Buenos Aires and the flights down to Ushuaia. So doing 3 weeks as opposed to 2, basically, is what we're saying here. This one is $15,499 per person. That's the starting price, plus you can add your airfares to that, as we mentioned already.
Extra landings here, so you obviously got that extra week or so, so you're seeing obviously a lot more, which is amazing. And you are actually travelling on 2 of our new vessels as well, which is wonderful. So the Fridtjof Nansen and Amundsen. And yeah, that extra week, just means you're going to be seeing a lot more. A lot of people I speak to, no matter whether they do the 2-week or the 3-week trips, always say, I wish I had an extra couple of days. So
yeah,
you just have to weigh that up, how much time you've got. So.
There you go. And this one, of course, is available, it says on the screen there, 23, so in 2023, January, February departures at this point. So that's really cool. Okay, so let's move on to another destination. We are going to move on to Norway. Somewhere you want to go and are going.
Yes, very soon.
Very exciting.
Literally less than 2 weeks, which is wonderful. So the great thing about Norway, so Norway is our home. Nobody knows the fjords, the people, the culture, quite like the team at Hurtigruten. We've been operating here for over nearly 130 years, so we do feel like we're the experts. So the Norwegian coastline is a maze of mountains crisscrossed by thousands of fjords. As they say, Norwegians are the friendliest people on earth, so you will come across lots of beautiful people, very friendly and hospitable. Norway has 4 distinct seasons, so featuring experiences like the midnight sun in the summer months and the northern lights in the darker winter months. Most of our team are from this part of the world, so very experienced expedition team, scientists and crew on board as well, which you'll get to experience, which is wonderful. But yeah, this is our home, and we honestly feel that no one does it quite as good as we do.
Absolutely, and that's the origin, isn't it? From 93.
Exactly.
When cruising, I'm pretty sure you know that coastline pretty intimately now.
That's right, exactly right.
Let's have a look at this next video, because I really think it gives you a really, really good look into Norway. I really enjoyed that video actually. It was, you know, I love the small towns. I want to get out and I want to meander.
Yes.
I love that it was such a varying, you know, landscape throughout.
Right.
It was really cool.
It's one of the really unique things. You're going to come across a lot of locals and you'll get to mingle with locals, and that's, you know, from our point of view, that's part of travel and why people want to go to various countries to see how the locals are living and really get immersed into their lives. So
Definitely.
this is a great opportunity.
But I think we missed one thing
Yeah.
that I know a couple of people here want to see, and that is about the Northern Lights.
Look,
That is an attraction on its own.
100%. This is a major draw card for
Yeah.
obviously a lot of Australians to travel to Norway. And as we touched on through the video, a lot of our time is spent above the Arctic Circle, so the chance of seeing these is extremely high. So these shafts and ribbons of light that dance across the winter sky is what you can see in the beautiful images there. So painting the sky in a dramatic colours of green, purple and flashes of yellow, so not really seen anywhere else in the world. As we said, this is one of the most common reasons why people want to travel with Hurtigruten, which is great. And these lights are actually caused by electromagnetic particles from the sun that collide with the atmosphere. And we have a Northern Lights promise, which a lot of people don't know about, but because we spend so much time above the Arctic Circle, we have a guarantee that if you travel with us between October and March each year, if you don't see the lights for whatever reason, you'll be given a free 6 or 7 day coastal voyage trip to come back and try again the following year. So just a little bit of a guarantee to have up your sleeve that I don't think we have to pay out on these too much, but it's just a good little thing to have up your arm.
I mean, absolutely. If that's what you're going for and that's your bucket list moment,
100%.
that's pretty good.
Yeah. I guess the other thing as well is obviously having a wonderful camera for these trips is really important. I have been and took mine on an iPhone, and the photos were just as amazing, but we do have a team on board that can help you with the right settings so that you're capturing everything in the right light as well. So I think that's important. So.
Oh my goodness, let's get this video on and show them these Northern Lights. That was pretty spectacular, I have to admit. Okay, so let's have a look at the package we've got on offer today. I love this itinerary. It's 15 days, so 2 weeks, and of course it's the Northern Lights Expedition cruise. This particular one does start and finish in Dover, so it's really easy access flights into London, and you may as well stay and do something else while you're there.
I think so.
But this is a highlight. I mean, 14 nights on the cruise, that's just incredible. All the shore excursions, of course, that we've been discussing today by Zodiac Boat, it's still very much expedition cruising.
Yes.
That is all included, of course, through the Norwegian Fjords, and meals. So with our meals, this one includes breakfast daily, of course, 13 lunches and 14 dinners. And of course, at dinner, you mentioned earlier that the alcoholic drinks are included. So if you want to have a little glass of wine or a beer, by all means, that's included then for you as well.
Certainly is.
Oh, brilliant. Let's have a look at the deal. So this one is $5,999 per person, which is just, what a great price point to be able to get and experience this bucket list moment. And we can do the special airfares at $999 return per person to London. Brilliant. Let's do that. Onboard credit included. Thank you to Hurtigruten, again, of $450 per cabin. I had my eye on a lot of things in that gift shop when we did the walkthrough video, so that will not be a problem.
That's right, that's right. Yeah, the huge savings there. And as we touched on, you're going all that way. It's definitely a great cruise that you can do pre or post some other activities that you're going to do in London or UK or Europe, and take advantage of those wonderful airfares.
Yeah, just so good. Okay, so when we started tonight, I did mention that Antarctica and Norway are the most popular, but there's a couple of other itineraries, and please bear with me on this because you're going to love them, that we want to have a chat about. We've got Alaska, Iceland, and the Galapagos Islands. Galapagos is very new.
Yes.
Alaska is, this itinerary is all-encompassing.
It is, it really is. There's lots of companies that obviously do Canada and Alaska. When we have a look at this itinerary, I think you'll realise that we're going into lots of ports that really most others don't go into. It's a wonderful itinerary that really encompasses the whole of Alaska, which is great.
Awesome.
Galapagos is a brand new destination for us. We only just started a few months ago. And the ship that's based there is a smaller ship, so it takes under 100 people. It's about 96, I think. And just amazing wildlife, and for the bird watchers in the room, this is the one that you need to keep an eye on. And so yeah, we might take a look at some of these videos.
Let's have a look at Alaska first. This itinerary we mentioned before was all-encompassing, and you can see it now on the screen because it looks very different to what you would normally see. You would normally see perhaps a 7-day inside passage, and that is a stunning cruise to do. But this cruise takes things even further. We've got to remember we are with expedition cruising here, so it really is more in depth, more encompassing, and you get to fly to the very top of the state, as you can see, and cruise all the way down. And yes, of course, if you haven't done the inside passage, that is still a part of this cruise, so you're not going to miss out on that at all. You're actually on board for 16 nights, which is really great. So great comfort, 16 nights there. All of the inclusions that we've been discussing all night long are still applicable to this itinerary. And of course, all the meals throughout while you're cruising as well. There's really nothing else to think about.
No, this one's a great itinerary. You know, flying into Nome, which is, you know, the furthest north you can practically go, and then starting your cruising down. So this is very high on my wish list as well.
Oh my goodness. Very exciting. So the event offer today is, this is a huge saving actually. Like It's over $3,000 in savings on this itinerary, plus all the bonuses. So look, I don't know if this was something you were coming to see tonight or if this is now just jumped to the very top of your list, but it's $10,999 per person is the from price, which is brilliant. Plus you can add those airfares. So this one started in Vancouver, finishes in Vancouver. So the flights from the East Coast Australia, 999 return
Amazing.
per person.
Incredible.
To Vancouver, and the onboard credit.
That's right. $450 per cabin, $225 per person. And travel from July of this year. So for those who are ready to depart very soon, start packing. July this year through to September of 2023. So really good validity on that one as well. So start planning.
Start planning. And maybe this is your second cruise that you're considering tonight, because I can see a lot of you having a little whisper about this one. Just remember, with Inspiring Vacations, past passengers or a second tour booked tonight do get 5% discount on top of these. So that's incentive enough,
Definitely.
plus the airfares.
And they don't have to be back-to-back tours as well. So
No.
you can book 2 separate trips, one for this year maybe, and one for the middle of next year, and still get those savings.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
Brilliant. Okay, let's move on to our next destination. It is Iceland. I think we should start this one with the video because it's
Yes,
quite
agree.
incredible.
I agree. Wow.
That's so different to everything we've seen
It
tonight.
really is. And you can see there by the picture, the Blue Lagoon, obviously a big draw card, the black sand beaches,
Oh
the
my God,
volcanoes. This is a destination that just keeps giving, and very high on a lot of people's bucket list as well. So
And such a great way to see the country,
Yes, that's right.
to be able to cruise and completely circumnavigate the country, but taking obviously those shore excursions where you can go on land, explore, there's activities, etc. So this one is actually 9 days in total, but you're on the ship, as you can see now on the screen, for 8 nights, which is, I think it's a beautiful
it's a
amount
great
of
amount
time.
of time. Yeah, definitely.
Of course, all the inclusions as per our discussions here this evening, which is amazing, including all of the meals. Now, this one for the 9-day circumnavigating of Iceland is just $6,799 per person.
Yeah, that's great.
Again, a massive saving.
It is huge saving, and for those who've researched or maybe looked at Iceland in the past, it's not a very cheap destination, so having it all bundled like this, all inclusive, is a really great way to see it,
Yeah.
which is great. And you're saving nearly $2,500 on this as well. So
Yeah, and you can get those $999 airfares into Reykjavik, which is where it starts and finishes, and that is not an easy destination
No.
to just get into, and certainly not for that price.
exactly.
Onboard credit, $450 per cabin.
Yes.
Again, for the gift shop or drinks or anything you would like to have to enhance your adventure. Our last destination here this evening, sadly, but very, very exciting, is one of the new ones that Dennis actually mentioned earlier. It's the Galapagos. Let's have a look at this video
Yes.
first.
Amazing. See, I think I warned you, the bird watchers in the room. This is your destination. I've actually just recently met a lady up north who just come back from Galapagos with us, and she was just enthralled with this trip and just couldn't believe such a wonderful time. And to be honest, Galapagos I didn't really know much about until a few months ago, and it's worked very high up on my list now as well. And this is a great itinerary that really encompasses all of, a lot of South America. And let's take a look at the inclusions.
Definitely. So this is a 13-day Galapagos and Machu Picchu expedition, because of course you don't want to go all that way and not go to Machu Picchu. You're right there, right? So the inclusions include 6 nights cruising. I think Galapagos is such an ideal destination for expedition cruising,
Yes.
and to be able to use the Zodiacs to go on shore, I think is just amazing. And I know that we were talking earlier and you were telling me about the lady that had just gone back and she loved it, but she said the wildlife was quite literally.
They don't run away, they're just literally there. So the photography and the images that you get to take are just amazing. Real bragging factor for when you get home. But I think 6 nights actually on board is a great amount of time here, and pre or post Machu Picchu with this is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. 1 night in Lima, of course, is included, and 3 nights in Cusco as well is included on this itinerary, as well as the Machu Picchu experience. And certainly if you do want to do more of South America because you're there, definitely speak to our team at Inspiring Vacations, because we've got so many itineraries that we can add on to this, which is really cool. Landings in, so we spoke about that, it's all included, the meals are all included, and this itinerary at the event at the moment is $13,999 per person. That's the from price, which is,
Right.
I mean, what a great way to see the Galapagos. That is, again, not an easy destination to get to,
right.
and not an easy destination to get around. So cruising's great.
Not a lot of people have been here, so this
Yeah.
certainly should be on your top of your list. And I think it's just a great way. And while you're over there, there's so much to see in this region as well, which is great. The ships themselves, under 100 people, so it's going to be a very unique experience, which is great.
That's really cool. That's one of the newer ships,
It is,
isn't it?
yeah. The Santa Cruz are based here permanently now. And it's about 95, 96 people on board, which is great. So amazing.
Great. Airfares, we can still do the return airfare from the east coast of Australia to South America for $999. I mean,
I need to book my airfares through you.
book it, let's do it. Onboard credit also is included of $450
Yes.
per cabin
Cabin.
or $225 per person, of course. Okay, so you're probably wondering, well, that all sounds really great, and it does, and it is. How do I book it? Because I know you want to. That's an easy option. On your flyers here today, you can go ahead and scan the QR code, and that will take you to our page for Hurtigruten on our website, where all the event offers are. We're all very used to scanning QR codes now, so that should be nice and easy. On our website, you can see all of the pricing very clearly, all of the inclusions, as well as the departure dates, which is really important, and we try to keep that flowing for you and really nice and easy. You can go ahead and make a booking on there anytime. You can also call our team. The number is 1300 668866, or we'll be here obviously to be able to assist you tonight. But really easy. The deposit is just $99. I think we've got a thing for nines.
Yes,
it
I
sounds
think you
like.
do.
$99 deposit to secure this incredible event offer at the moment. That includes those airfares and that onboard credit, as well as the great savings on a lot of those itineraries. If you're sitting here tonight, or perhaps even watching from home, and you are really keen to get those savings but just need to check some dates with work, can I suggest that you go ahead and make that booking, pay your deposit, because you do have a 7-day cooling off period. You don't want to miss it, trust me.
That's right. Travel is back, so these are going to flow out pretty quickly. So I think, jump on board as soon as you can. Put in that annual leave request now.
Yeah.
And start planning your adventures for 2022, 23, or even into 24 if you're that far ahead, thinking that far ahead.
Do you know what? I could fill your years.
Yes, easy.
You just let us know how many years you want filled.
That's right.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming this evening. It's so nice for us to be in front of you personally and to be able to speak travel again. It's such an absolute joy.
Exactly.
Thank you, Dennis, for joining us.
Thank you very much to Inspiring Vacations for the opportunity, and I hope we've inspired you tonight to think about your next couple of trips. And we'll be out the front to answer any questions afterwards, and there's some brochures there and some flyers with the deal, so feel free to come up and have a chat. Thank you.
Thank you.